Okay, we're back. So we've got the C cage on guitar here without its top string, but it's the same string, right? How would we play that? How would we play guitar on a cello or a violin? We would start 3, 4, 5, and then go to 6, 7 root. See, now we have to create this fourth interval. So we're going the other way, as opposed to on guitar where we've got so if we have that if we want to go a fifth from here, we have to go up to here. Alright, so it's going this way on guitar if you're playing cellos, string shapes, but on cello you're going to be going to the left. So this is what you'd play: 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's only a 4-string instrument, so I just drew the 5th string right there, 7 root 2, because we could do the long one there. So it's like a staircase with a little level where you're going to go up the next staircase or something like that. So that's interesting. I did the A for it too, so we've got the short A here on guitar. Okay. I didn't show the 5, 6 on the top. And then on cello, you would play that 5, 6, and then go over not only a half step, because we've got this migration half step here where we have to create a whole step interval there. Guitar being in fourths, we have to go that many half steps to make a whole step, right? Here's a fourth, here's a third, here's a fourth, here's a perfect third, here's a minor third, and here's a whole step. So we have to go over one, plus we have to go over a whole step because the cello's in fifths, so we'd be playing like this. So we can use the same string shapes, that the system that I developed for you for guitar. You can use that on cello. Okay, so we don't get lost in the sauce here. I just want to talk about the start to finish rule. You can do it on cello, you can do it on guitar. Because the cello, we're going to be implementing these interlocked double string shapes, okay, whether they're long or short. In this case, it's a long one. It's an R-E-D, so it's root 2, 3 and a 2, 3, 4. Okay, if it was short, it'd be 7 root 2 and then a 2, 3, 4, which is the longest string shape in the short builds. Now let's see if we have that here. There it is. So let's look at the short builds with the cello. If you learn this stuff, it doesn't matter what instrument, it helps you, because it's helped me be able to play cello string shapes on the guitar. It helps me do ramp patterns and things like that, and staircases. So here's the short shared double string shape, the short ED. Okay, remember, this is the E from your pentatonic. Okay, your E bass pentatonic. 7 root 2, 7 root 2, 3, 4. Only on cello we play it longer, right? We play it longer. That's why we have to play that much of it rather than. So you can go up in fourths on the guitar and do these cute little cages. So they're very good. Cello, you have to go a little longer before you go up to keep the scale counting, to make sure it counts. So here's the short E into the short D is actually the longest double string shape of the short patterns. We got 5, 6, 7 root, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, we got 6, 7 root 2, okay, and then it repeats and it migrates over. No matter where you start, you can call that bottom string, that C, you can call that 6. C is the 6th of E flat. You can play an E flat there. If you call this the bottom string of your cello, the bottom note, lowest cello note, It's a C. Call that the fifth. Fifth is C is the fifth of the key of F. You'll be playing the key of F there, and you just start. Choose a C here, right there. That C would be. Now we're in the key of F. If we go 5, 6, 7 root. Here's the F. The white note is the F. So then you're in the key of F there. So that's how it's versatile. This is the short patterns for the cello. It's a 6-string pattern. It's missing 2. Okay, extra long. We talked about the extra long 2, 3, 4. There's no Ionian. There's no Lydian in this build. Now that's odd because you'd think there would be no Locrian. But that's just the way the short string shapes worked out in the cage system, pentatonics. Alright, because in pentatonic we don't have the 7 anyway. So there's no Locrian either in pentatonics. So we don't have the root 2, 3, we don't have the 4, 5, 6 in the short builds. You won't see any of these starting on 4, you won't see any of them starting on root. Over here in the modal build with the cello, then we have an extra long double string shape 4C, 5A, extra long. Right here's the longest one. This migrates to the left towards the cello nut. Okay, and so here's what you got there. And these are modal, so you could start that C on anything. You want to start a Lydian, call that C a 4 right there. C is the fourth of what? C is fourth of G. So you'd be in the key of G at that point, you know, and you could just start it there. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's an F sharp right there. And then to go to root on the guitar, I'd have to move up 1. Now root's going to be G now. Okay, now also the modal, we've got the same note start and finish rule. Okay, right here, cello start and finish rule. So when we're doing these double string shapes, it'd be started on C, finished on C with those double string shapes in the cello, or if you do them in a ramp form on the guitar, you start and finish on the same note. It's very easy. It's good for going down too, you know, like that. I forget how we were doing it. Oh well, if we're going down a C scale, then we'd have to get to that F. Okay, I don't know why I messed that up. But going down, it makes it easier, like that. Okay, thought it was still in the key of G. Anyway, that's about it for today. Let's just wrap it up with we've got the cello. We've got I've been working on the comparison of the cello cages to the guitar cages, the P5 versus the P4. These are the modal cello cages. They're cello cages. Now you can also play guitar cages on cello, but it's going to migrate. It's going to staircase to the left because you got to catch the fourth after these things. You can play cello on guitar, you can play guitar on cello, that kind of thing. What else do we have here? Okay, we have the new one. This is playing guitar on cello, and I want to go back 2 charts here, right here. So again, we have the long and the short shapes. We talked about them down here. I want to talk about mirror imaging. The interesting thing about the string shapes on the guitar and the cello is their mirror images. So where we have 3, 4, 5 here, we'd have 3, 4, 5 up here. So to go up in the cello string shapes, you go down in a build of the guitar string shapes. They're backwards. So in other words, C goes to G, goes to D, goes to E, goes to A here. But now you go